How's it going, everyone? This is Abe's Card Collection back with another Through the Mail Tuesday video. This week we had 8 returns, another strong week. We're going to put these up here and start in Santa Ana, California, on the West Coast. Hope everybody is having a good start to their week. Have a hard card in here. Jim Palmer. I believe this is a 68 Topps card. World Series. Check that out. Then we have his rookie card. Very cool. This is 67 Topps. And that Jim Palmer rookie card. Very nice. A little hesitant to send this one out, but Mr. Palmer has been a great returner for quite a few years now. So that looks fantastic. The 1966 Topps card. These came back in just 10 days. He is a $10 fee per. And if you don't know who Jim Palmer was, spent his entire career with the Baltimore Orioles, is now one of their current broadcasters. So he's kind of the color commentator, I guess you could say. Always enjoy listening to him, and especially since the Orioles aren't very good right now. He doesn't really sugarcoat things, but first ballot Hall of Famer in 1990. Was a 6-time All-Star, of course, won 3 World Series with the Baltimore Orioles in 66, 1970, and 1983. So 3 different decades, pretty incredible. Also won 3 Cy Young Awards, 4-time Gold Glover, led the AL in wins 3 times, ERA twice, threw a no-hitter in 1969, I believe, as well as being in the the Baseball Hall of Fame. He's also in the Orioles Hall of Fame and has his number 22 retired. That's what happens when you have 268 wins with a 2.86 ERA and 2,200 career strikeouts. Thank you, Mr. Jim Palmer. That's a pretty good one. That might be my favorite right off the bat for the week. Let's go to Cincinnati, Ohio next. A little faded. There is a hard card in here. Hopefully that's more good news. It is. That's fantastic. Another card I was a little hesitant to send. TTM. But I figured why not. Dick LeBeau rookie card. Not the easiest card to get a hold of. Put his Hall of Fame inscription. And then we have the 1969 Topps. Always whenever you send 2 cards, he seems to switch up the ink. Really like that attention to detail. But Dick LeBeau. Fantastic NFL career with the Detroit Lions after a stellar playing career at Ohio State University. When he retired, he had 62 interceptions. And then he went on, he was a 3-time Pro Bowler as well as a player. Then he went on to be a long-time coach in the NFL. His best years were with the Pittsburgh Steelers as their defensive coordinator, where he was the 2-time Super Bowl champion, 2005 in Super Bowl XL, and then, of course, in 2009. Santonio Holmes, fantastic toe touch catch to seal that victory. But he was probably what continued Pittsburgh, I guess you could say. Pittsburgh always known for a strong linebacking core, and he continued that tradition in his time in Pittsburgh. So these came back in just 10 days. Don't believe he requires a fee, but I did send $10 with these. So we'll say $5 per. Really wanted to make sure I got this rookie card back signed. So again, pretty hard to get a hold of. So I was happy to add it. Thank you, Mr. Dick LeBeau. We're going to put him right there. Again, 10 days. Mileage may vary on fee. Next, we're going to go back to California, Santa Ana, California. This one, I think, gave it away for us. Mr. John Blue Moon Odom. Slice that open. Card. I like how he did that. Just copied the facsimile on the 71 Topps. That's pretty cool. Johnny Blue Moon Odom. And then we have a 1973 Topps with an... Oh, that's great. Put John Blue Moon Odom on that one with his 3-time World Series champion inscription, along with being a 3-time World Series champion. Also helped pitch a combined no-hitter in 1976 with the Chicago White Sox and was a 2-time All-Star. Back-to-back years in 1968 in 1969. He had 84 wins in his career with a 3.70 ERA and 857 strikeouts. Thank you, Mr. John Blue Moon Odom. These came back in 10 days as well. And he's a $5 per. So, fantastic signature. Love that. Thank you, sir. We're going to put these right over here. And move on to South Jersey, New Jersey. Not too many requests get sent out to there. Don Money, another 73 tops. And a 71 tops. 2 for 2. 71 in 1973. Don Money. These have been out quite a while. Probably a couple months. Let's see here. 87 days for Don Money. Spent his career with the Philadelphia Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers. Was a 4-time All-Star while with those Brewers. Is also part of their Walk of Fame and Brewers Wall of Honor. He was a .261 career hitter with 176 home runs and 729 RBIs. Again, 2 for 2 for Mr. Don Money. Love the blue ink on these vintage cards. Love the airbrush when he got traded, I guess, from the Phillies, and they threw on some pinstripes and a nice Milwaukee hat. That's incredible. So thank you, Mr. Don Money. Again, 2 for 2, 87 days. That's pretty cool. Gonna feature that card because I love the airbrush job. And we're gonna go to Austin, Texas, Rio Grande District. This one, I don't know who this is. Being completely honest. Had a feeling on these three. That one, Don Money, I haven't seen him return in a while. This one, I'm at a loss. Wow, alright. Take a leap of faith and sometimes they come back. Troy Tulowitzki on the 2016 tops, I believe, and the 2017 tops chrome. There we go. Man, that's a clean looking card there with the Rockies. All that purple with that blue ink. Wow, Troy Tulowitzki, he was one of my favorite players. I remember watching him in the Futures game in Pittsburgh in 2006 when they hosted the All-Star game up at PNC Park. And he was great back then. He was drafted in 2005, made it to the big leagues in 2006, was a 5-time All-Star, won 2 Gold Gloves, 2 Silver Slugger awards. He was absolute talent, big-bodied shortstop. Unfortunately, injuries kind of took their toll on him. So, between the Rockies and the Blue Jays, though, it's a fantastic career. Finished things off. He kind of tried to make a comeback with the Yankees in 2019. But fantastic talent. Fortunately, like I said, injuries kind of took over the latter part of his career. But he initially reminded me of Cal Ripken Jr. when I first saw him. He had a .290 career batting average with 225 home runs and 780 RBIs. These came back in 62 days. He's a coach now at University of Texas in Austin, so it makes sense it came back from Austin. Yeah, and so I sent this off to the University of Texas, and I feel like I got lucky on that. But Troy Tulowitzki got his Rockies card here, and then his Blue Jays card. So thank you, Mr. Troy Tulowitzki. We'll feature that Rockies card there. And we're going to go to Mid-Island, New York. There's a hard card in here. Don't want to cut through that. We have Mr. Emerson Boozer on a 1975 Topps card. Oh, that's a nice gesture. He put it in a penny sleeve. And thanks for remembering the 1969 Super Bowl champion Jets. Very cool. Nice of him, too, to put it in a penny sleeve. But Mr. Emerson Boozer, he's in the College Football Hall of Fame. Based on his time at Maryland State, he was a 2-time AFL All-Star. Spent his entire career with the Jets from 1966 to 1975. This might be his last card. Was all AFL in 1967. As he told us, he was a Super Bowl champion in Super Bowl III with those New York Jets. A little bit of a miracle there. Also won the AFL championship in 1968. Led the AFL in rushing touchdowns in 1967. Is part of the New York Jets Ring of Honor. And this card came back in 37 days. Thank you, Mr. Emerson Boozer. Nice vintage football. I guess 75 is vintage. I think anything pre-1980 is considered vintage. Next, we're going to go to parts unknown. Your guess is as good as mine on this one. No hard card. Always makes it hard for me to get my fingers in there. Let's see. And we have, okay, that is out of left field. Ryan Kerrigan. Got him here on a press pass from his time at Purdue. And then time here at Washington. Got a rookies and stars from 2012. See, a real small signature and then a real nice big one here. Sent these off to the Philadelphia Eagles, I believe. Was a great, had a lot of nice sacks with Washington. So now it's the Washington Commanders. Not sure how I feel about that name, but it's all right. But again, spent the last couple years with the Philadelphia Eagles, went over to the division rivals. Has a lot of career sacks, made a few Pro Bowls for Washington. It's kind of in the rotation, helping out some young pass rushers there in Philly now to kind of close out his career. But fantastic return from a current player. Going through to my spreadsheet, because again, this one threw me completely off. Let's see here. Do a little bit of math. And these came back in 124 days, courtesy of the Philadelphia Eagles. Thank you, Mr. Ryan Kerrigan. First round pick out of Purdue in 2011, I think it was. Probably can verify that here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like 2011, first year in the league. College Purdue, round 1. Thank you, Mr. Ryan Kerrigan. Must be getting the mail in the offseason. We're going to finish things off in Phoenix, Arizona. No hard card in this one. Guess we got all the hard cards out of the way to start. And we have, oh, this is a good one, J.R. House. Got him here in a 2002 or 2003, 2004 Bowman Chrome draft. Yep, Bowman Chrome draft picks, BDP. And then here on a Topps total, I think from 2003. 2002. 0 for 2 on these ones. But J.R. House, he's currently, I think, the third base coach, maybe the first base coach for the Cincinnati Reds, who didn't do any autographs this year, or didn't accept any through the mail autographs to the team this year due to COVID. Had a very short stint in the majors over the course of several years, but he only had 3 home runs and a 167 batting average. Did end up playing with the Pirates, the Astros, the Orioles. So, not too bad from 2003 to 2008. But what I know him from is he's a walk-on quarterback at West Virginia University after a fantastic high school football career. He won the Kennedy Award twice, I think in 1996 and 1998, which goes to the best prep player in West Virginia those years. So pretty incredible high school quarterback. I think I don't know if he still holds the record, but he had the record where I believe pass completions and touchdowns and yards and all that stuff for West Virginia high school football. So very, very cool. J.R. House. These came back courtesy of his home in Phoenix in 13 days. So thank you, Mr. J.R. House. I think I sent him 2 of these. One for him to keep, so glad he kept it. But very, very cool from Charleston, West Virginia. Shout out to Mr. Michael Myers. But that is it. 8 returns. We have, let's see, 1, 2 Hall of Famers. A couple with nice surprises in Kerrigan and Tulowitzki. Nice vintage between Boozer and Don Money and John Odom. And then J.R. House. Really cool hearing his story in West Virginia. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope your mailboxes are full. Bye for now.